Greetings, beautiful people and light beings. Today's lesson, I wanted to talk to you about something very important, and it's going to be extremely important for your spiritual journey going forward after you complete the 30-day challenge. The 30-day glow up challenge is something that I have to address quite often with my clientele after I'm done coaching them spiritually, or when I do one-on-one spiritual mentoring with them. And they always come back, and I try to warn people beforehand. They always come back and say, people are just treating me really differently. People have some really nasty things to say about me and my spiritual journey. They're judging me. So I wanted to address that because it's very important. Okay, no man needs to be his own island. Okay, meaning that I don't want you to go into spiritual total isolation. There will be periods of isolation that you will go into, only to elevate and to ascend higher spiritually and to vibrate higher. But I don't want it to be where you're doing that constantly and you're living in solitude. You're never lonely once you become spiritual, but I want you to have, friends of like-mindedness, because like attracts like. I want you to have a full and beautiful life, not void of love or friendship. And it's important that you start to connect with individuals that mirror your own thoughts, not thoughts, but mirror your own faith and practice. It's very important because in religion, in Christianity, it's sad that Jesus said, when two or three or more are gathered in my name, there I am. I mean, that's church. And the same is for, like, in Buddhism, the Sangha, that is a community of like-minded Buddhists who try to emulate Buddha. So how do I explain this to you? This is always so kind of testy, because it's really hitting close to people's homes. Sometimes when you're ascending spiritually, you will find that more often than not, you may be leaving some people behind that you were really once close with, people that you love. Myself, I had to, I had to leave a relationship, a marriage, honey, because the spirituality, we were just completely unequally yoked, and we no longer had anything in common. This person didn't understand my spiritual journey, nor did they respect that, and that happens when you have a person who quite doesn't understand your journey, who only knows about religious dogma, who aren't, when a person is not open-minded spiritually, when they think that their religion is the only gateway to the heaven or to God, to the creator, to the divine, they tend to get afraid. People are afraid of what they don't know. And so instead of trying to figure out what you're doing or try to gain a better understanding so they can relate to you better, they just judge it because that's comfortable. They're comfortable in their judgment. I just want you to know that even though in some, religious sects, S-E-C-T, in some religions, their way is their way, the highway. I know in Buddhism, it's not necessary for you to believe in a God or believe in Jesus. But I want you to know that that's not always true. I want you to know that there are some Buddhists like Thich Nhat Hanh, who understands Christ, understands Christ's teachings, and have a deep reverence for Jesus Christ. Me, myself, I believe that Jesus Christ once was sent here on earth by the divine. I do believe in that. I do believe he was a prophet. I don't believe that Jesus was able to just be everywhere, all over the world. And then as a result, that everybody else in the world they're damned and doomed to hell because they didn't come to know Jesus Christ. I need you to know that I believe the divine, for me, I believe the divine created more prophets. I believe that Buddha was indeed a prophet. And so I'm more so aligned with Buddhist teachings of compassion and love and reverence and understanding, tolerance, faithfulness. I just align a little bit more to Buddhism. However, I do also believe in Jesus Christ just as much as I believe in the teachings of the Buddha. So they always say, well, Toshia, who do you pray to? I mean, it's very personal to ask ask someone, I want you to know that too. Your spirituality is extremely personal, and you don't owe anyone any explanations about your spirituality because it's your personal journey. It's you meditating, it's you praying to your divine creator. That divine creator for me, I go between the divine, the creator, all that is, the first, the last. I just go deep God. I do not know what this being is. I do believe this being has the divine feminine and the divine masculine together. And that's why the divine made both male and female. I do believe that, of course, that there is a divine and that the divine decided to put and enlighten all these individuals, sent Jesus Christ for a specific person, but also sent Buddha for a specific person, and Krishna and all these other gods for these different people. That's what they believe, and I have a deep respect for people who believe in a higher power. Will I go and judge these people? No. I won't judge because it's not for me to judge. I'm on my own spiritual path. I am only concerned with my spiritual journey and my spiritual awakening. I'm only concerned with rearing my daughter to learn about spirituality and to decide when she is ready to decide what is her faith. I will have complete respect for her to make her own decisions. She will have room, but she will see me and she will see the women in her family and the men. She will see us definitely praising and praying and meditating. She will see a spiritual practice because the foundation needs to be set. What do you do when people, are not respecting your spirituality? First and foremost, I need you to put your foot down. You don't allow anyone to disrespect you on your spiritual journey because they don't know what you've gone through. And they may know what you've gone through, but they don't know how you feel. I know I've read a couple of comments from different people about how they're feeling on this spiritual journey, and it's positive. It's more positive than when they started the journey. So something that feels that good, how can it be wrong? And the only thing that only person who can tell you that it's wrong is the spirit within you, your spirit guide, your creator. Nothing and no one else can tell you that that you're wrong and what you're doing is wrong. Crystals, look, the divine sent tools, specific tools here to earth for us to use while we are waiting to be reconnected when we transition from this life to our next spiritual life. He put certain things here, and I believe in that. I believe in crystals, and don't let people talk down to you because you talk about crystals and how it holds energy. They don't understand it because they haven't read about it, they haven't looked at it, they haven't researched, right? Don't allow them to tell you that just you talking about energy and the universe is wrong or hellish or devilish or demonic. You don't allow people to disrespect you, and if they continue to disrespect you, you remove yourself from that situation. I'm not telling you to break up friendships, to break up happy homes, to leave your man, your girlfriend, whatever. But I'm asking you to stand up for yourself and have some self-respect, have some respect for the divine, and have some respect for your higher power. Remember, you are doing this, you and you alone. You're the one sitting in lotus pose and meditating and praying to the divine creator to make changes in your life. You're trying to elevate. You came to the spiritual globe for a reason, and I am praying that you're getting all that you're wanting. But when people love you, when they truly, truly love you, they will try to understand you, not just judge you. They will try to understand you and understand where you're coming from. And they'll try to look and research a little bit on their own. And they'll be compassionate and they'll try to be open-minded, right? And then we have people that do truly love you and they can't be open-minded because they don't know anything else. And that's okay. Let them be them. Don't judge them. The same way you don't want religious dogma, people that are into strong religious dogma to judge you and talk about you and your faith. Don't turn around and be those people that are all online downgrading and talking about religious people. They're there. What we want to do is be examples. I pray that I'm an example. I'm not perfect. I'm still on my spiritual journey. I'm still on my spiritual awakening, even though I'm doing quite well. I still am. It's going to be a process until the day that I transition over to to the universe. What I'm telling you is people learn more by your state of being. Church is a tool sent, for Christians by God to practice being more Christ-like. He wanted people to come together and exalt him and to learn and to love and to become strengthened in numbers. Sanghas and monasteries are the same. Just like Christians have church, these monasteries and these places where the monks and the nuns go is just a place to be strong in numbers and to pray and to be more like their creator, be more and strong in their faith. Right? But that is not where you will find God. They go, oh, we find God there. No, God, the creator, divine, is everywhere. He's in me. He's in you. He's in the universe. He's in the stars. He's in the moon. He's in the flowers. He's in the air that you breathe. God is everywhere. But there is strength in numbers. So find your place. Find your community. You don't have to do this alone. We're not alone. We're actually having some type of service. There's 50 of us here, 52 of us to be exact, even if they're not showing up to class, because some of y'all not. It's okay. But they're showing up. They do show up on their own time. When Spirit tells them show up, they will show up, but they have the initiative. This is a safe place. This 30-day Glow Up Spirituality Challenge is a safe place for you to grow in the divine. So don't let anyone take that from you. Feel good in who you are and what you're doing. Walk with your head high. Put on the whole armor. Walk boldly. Talk boldly. Pray boldly. Cry out when you need to. But don't let anyone take this away from you. This is your journey. This is your time. Namaste.